Alright, this is a how to put up the trailer video for the boys or whoever, if it ever gets borrowed or something, or whoever buys it, if we sell it or something. Just put it out there so it'll be kind of known how to set it up from reality's point of view. I already started and kind of forgot, so what you need to do is get your level and level it first. It may or may not have the wheel on the front. It does now because I manhandled it into this position on our driveway, and it's real easy to push around like that. I do have to level it side to side, and I've got a ball leveler, and it stays up in the turtle shell that's on top of the trailer. And that's what it looks like on the tire down there. Hope I'm pointing in the right direction. I'm having to do this by myself, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll try to instruct properly. Alright, I got to come up with this side some, just a little bit. I got a level here. I use the back bumper. On the trailer to level up with, and I've got to come up on this side probably an inch or so. So you put this on the low side. It comes with this wrench, and you get it kind of centered on that tire, and you screw down, and it starts raising up under the tire. And this ratchet comes with it. And what it does is raises the whole side of the trailer up. It takes quite a few turns to get it up. Now, I didn't show it, but the other side has two chocks on it to minimize any roll. Like I said, I got the wheel on the front right now. 90% of the time don't ever use it, but I knew I wanted to roll the trailer on the concrete where it was facing out front. So see what that looks like. I don't know if you can see with the light, we almost there. As soon as you say almost, 10 more cranks. It's a slow rise, but it chocks the tire too. It's not going anywhere with this thing on it. The only down point of that ball leveler is it's so hard to store properly. I got the original box that it came in, but it ain't no good way to store it. There's, don't know if it'll show in the shadows, but it's pretty much right on there. Alright, hang on a sec. The ratchet I'm talking about. This is the box that come in. Always the ratchet's going to be in that box somewhere, and that's nothing in there but the ratchet and the lever itself, and it's going to go right back into the cup, or what you call it, turtle shell. That's the heaviest thing that rides in here, so I always keep it all the way to the back on this edge, so most of the weight is over this support right here. Alright. It's already winterized, so I'm not going to put any water to it. But I've got this little box up there, and it's got a water pressure regulator on this little elbow that screws directly into the back of the trailer and your drinking water hose is going to go right here. Just take all that apart if you are taking it down, and we'll touch that when we make one for it coming down. There's a hose in here, a piece of a hose that you would attach to the water outlet from the sink to let the water run out into the gray tank with. So that's where all that stuff is, but it doesn't have anything to do with really putting it up and taking it down. It's part of the setup process. So I'm just going to leave all this in here since we're not going to do anything with the water. And the hoses are in there. The level stays in there. Kind of what it is. These things are extra levelers if you had to up one side, but this ball leveler kind of takes away from that altogether. Got a crap hose and 2 drinking hoses, so there's plenty of hoses up there. All right. Let's see. So if we're through in there, I'm not through in there because I got to level this thing from front to back. So you have to open the lid a little bit to get on the floor inside the trailer. That's what I use to do that with. So let's do that right quick. This one corner is the only one that has a lock and latch of any kind on it, and it's just there to keep it coming out, but that's the only one that doesn't have that. And just clip it back on where it come off. And so you got this door handle too. It won't come up and out with the lid down. You could force it, but I don't want to do that. And the door, it's not even locked where they didn't lock it when we took it to do some warranty work. So, but this would be locked normally. Have to unlock it, and it'll lift off in a minute. I'll show you how to do that. Let me get it unlocked. Before we get too far along, let me show you something, because I just lost my keys. Well, that's where I always are when I lose them. They don't come out. You have to unlock or lock that back and just leave it open if you're not through in it. But these are the trailer keys. Now, there's spare ones inside the Suburban in the center console that matches all that's on the trailer key ring. Before I go to opening the trailer up, let me start off with the plugging it in. There's plenty of battery to raise the roof with, but I like to plug it in. Now, there's a tiny door like this on the front and the back. This one is storage. The one on the front is to the black water tank for the bathroom. These locks are the same key, but they're opposite. On the front, the teeth keys go up, and on the back, the teeth on the key goes down. Took me a while to figure out. And there's my hookup. And I got it plugged in. This is the plug we have here at our house. It's just kind of like a trailer park. I ain't gonna bend it down there. It's a 30 amp. Plug it up there, and I don't have the breaker turned on yet. Then we're gonna take the rest of the, gonna come to where we plug it in the trailer, and it's on the back side here. And it's right here. Let's just down a second. See if they can see. And this, all the ones we've ever had up to this point, you pulled them out of a hole, but this cord is just on its own. You have to plug it in over there and into the trailer directly. And it's a simple plug-in with a little turn at the end. And this tightens down and you're plugged in. It's got a blue indicator light on top right there that's going to be blue. Let me go to the breaker and turn the breaker on. I'll show you where that's at here at the house, just because I might need some help setting it up one day at home. Oh, let's let Gus in the house. He's tired of helping. You stupid dog. Mary listening to Christmas music, but you walk around to the side of the house here. where our breaker box is located. It's on the outside of the house. Knock that over, open it up. The very bottom says trailer plug. Turn it on. It's kind of finicky sometimes. It shuts right back. Sometimes it wants to fight you. Back to the trailer. Back here you can see there the blue light's on now, so it's telling us we got good power. I keep the stabilizer crank in that same storage area there, but I'm gonna probably get the drill out here and use it. So I'm gonna shut this back up. It can be kind of hard. Well, it got turned. There. Good enough. All right. Now we're ready to up it a little bit to where we can get it. We got it side to side level. Now we got to get it front to back level. And like I said, we need to open that door a little bit so we can get there to do that. All the halves on the corners have been undone. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to up the trailer with the crank here, and not the crank, but the automatic up. Just a couple of inches. Yeah, it ain't much at all. It's just a couple of inches up. I'm gonna come here. Normally that would already be locked. You have to unlock it. This lifts up and spins. This is the grab handle. There's your door you can open. This will come off in a minute. Now we're gonna go in here. It's gonna be hard for me to show you, I think. We're gonna take this level. You need to stick it up this way first. Back over here. Oh, let's see that. Let me see. My eyes are so bad. It's almost level now. We got to crank the front end up just a hair. So. That's it. That's good. So we're level front to back and side to side now. So I'm gonna get my level back. And that's the thing with these pop-up trailers. You know, it don't hurt to sleep crooked every once in a while, but if you don't have these level, when it goes up, it could shift over if it's too far out of level and it won't shut down. So that's why you got to be particular about getting it level before getting it up, which adds to your time of putting it up. So what we're going to do is secure the turtle shell back and get it put up. All right, now we're ready to raise it up. There's gonna be a little green wire right here. When that gets tight, that's when you stop and you don't overdo it. It feels pretty tight when you're at the right spot, but you gotta be careful and not go past there. Make sure I took all them off. And a B. We're good. There, pops tight, and that's it. There are safety braces, but you can't get to them until you get the bed ends out. So let me put the bed ends out real quick. The bars for that are stored under the mattresses on both sides. Now, I'll have them separated The people at the shop put them all on one side. Not how I do it, but apparently that's what they did. You'll find each set of supports under the bed it goes to. I think these are these. Let me get them all out since I did that. I think these are white tipped and the other ones are black tipped. Yeah, that's right. These have black tips on the end. They go on the other end. So there's two slots, one here and one here. At the top of this will fit in. On the front, I always go in the middle hole right here. There it is. Same thing right here. Got a little pull strap right here. Now, real quick, there are latches inside the trailer that are for, they're right here. They didn't latch them at the factory, but this comes like a bathroom door lock, you know, and it goes through a little hole here to secure it where it can't go nowhere. But that one's already open, and on the other side, you have to reach in and just kind of feel. I don't think you can see it from over here. It's open also, so we don't have to worry about that. So this is all released in there. Our supports are out here, so we're gonna slide around. That's it. Now, it has a latch right here that does the same thing. It's just like a bathroom door. Pull it up, push it out, it comes out right here, and it doesn't allow the bed frame to slide back in when it's out. So I'm going to go through that process with the other side right quick. Then we'll go on to the back. Take our rear supports. Same process. Two holes. Now there's an even number of holes, so go to the third one down, or one up from the bottom is the one I use. Feel for those things. It's hard to do. You can step inside the trailer and check them because you can fit in now. They're both out. We got to pull, find the loop all the way out till it's snug. But you need to go back and check these latches. It comes right out and stabilizes it there. So let me go do the other side on both ends. Okay, little hint here. When you get to this point, bed ends are out. You need to get the slide out in the back out because the supports, I don't know how good it sees in that shadow where my head is, the support braces for the go-ups are laid in there on the dinette. So let's go around back and put the slide out. Here's how that process takes place. You've got two latches here. Pull them up and twist them to release. just slide her out. What am I forgetting? It just was tight, didn't pull hard enough. Slides all the way out. And once you get it out, you want to go to this corner, reach inside to where the kitchen sits. You'll feel a metal string. It's going to have a clip on it. Push. There's a hole in this tit that comes out here. That's to keep it from being pushed in by accident or whatever. So do those on both sides. In. Just reach in, you'll feel that string. This one don't usually want to come out as far as that other one for some reason, so if you go behind the rubber here, it's okay. Alright. Now let's get the safety braces out, put them on. You put them on, it's just two, and you put them on opposing corners. So I'm going to do this corner right here. Let me fix it, hold on. You put them on opposing corners right here. So get them out from under the dinette here. They got kind of sharp edges, so be mindful. But the little skinny end goes right up under your roof flap there, and they just clip on and pull it down. Do the other side. Alright, got the braces in place. Before we go inside and start doing stuff, we need to put the stabilizers down. I just like to have them down before we go in there. I showed you that crank. Stick it right here on these little nuts and just crank them down. You may not have a drill with you, but I got one here that I like to use. You have to be careful not to do them too far down, but just hit all four corners, get the stabilizer down. Just snug it down to the ground. Alright, all four stabilizers are down and we're solid. So this is the point now. We need to go inside and start putting the bunk ends out. So let's do that real quick. Once you get inside, you'll see the slides out. The kitchen part is down on the floor right here. You just grab this handle for the handle and you lift it up. Now the poles that support the tent are in here also. They're under the mattresses, just where the support ends were. And this fabric may be kind of under those braces. You gotta kind of get it all loose. Reach under here, it's a big long white shepherd's hook, they call it. You'll see right here, there's a notch that hole is going to fit over that round part right there. And you're going to put it in that round part, put it up. And the wind's blowing, so it might make it a little more difficult. On the top here, you'll see that there's some grab spaces that go down in the bottom of this hook. You want to push out. I'm just going to put it loosely in the first one because I know I got some kink outside I probably need to tend to, so let me check on that. You see how that's all gimped up there? We're not to the point of strapping it down yet. We're just getting the poles in here. And on this end, we're gonna, just to make sure from this side that it's all loosed, and it seems to be. So let's do this other side real quick. Same thing. One little kick right here. There we go. Find your pole under the end. They didn't put it on the back exactly like I had it, but oh well. Find a little round notch for the end of the pole. Push it out, and I'm just gonna latch it short till I can go out there and get it fixed. Now, let's look at this dinette here. I guess it's showing it the same thing. Probably can get a better shot here of what the end looks like. And you can see it just needs to be pushed out with the pole. Now the pole for this is down in under the where the seat cushions are stored. Ease it out. It's pretty good, so I'm kind of going to that second with it. Get it tight. Don't want to go. There it is. Alright, we've got the ends out now. So what we want to do, if you were setting up and it wasn't bad weather, now would be the time to make your beds up. And what that consists of is you get your sheets, and you're here already. You can just lay them on and do all your tucking and stuffing and all that from out here. And it's a whole bunch easier than trying to do it in there. We're not going to make up beds this time because we're not staying in it. I'm just doing a few little projects with it for now. So now, if it was bad weather or anything like that, we'd put the door on, but I'm going to wait and do that in a minute. We've got all our braces up and everything's ready, so it's time to secure the ends. What you want to do, and it doesn't really matter too much where you start, but up under the bottom there's Velcro everywhere that it Velcros to. You just get it tight. There's one snap on the end out here, and it's the same on the other side all the way back. Just anywhere the Velcro is, you just kind of know, well, that's where I got to stick it to. But it goes pretty quick. Doesn't really matter where you start at, but you can get all this nice, and you can tell where there's a corner right here. Find your snap, snap it, go pulling down and Velcroing it all the way back. I put these extra links where the zippers are, and they help you find them and pull it down. So you'll zip all this down all the way to the bottom and pulls it together. I knew something was holding this. It just slapped down. Zip it down. That's all done. The pieces there. Fold it around. That Velcro it. That corner's done. They're all the same out here until you get to the slide out. So I'm gonna do them except for the slide out right quick. All right, I've done all the battening down of the bunk ends. Now, one thing real quick, you'll see this little stretchy string thing here. This is a safety string that goes under the bottom and attaches to a hasp on the other side, just like this right here. Both ends though, these were too short. That's part of the warranty thing we did, and they're going to fix those. So I don't hook those up right now. Before we go inside, here's where the door goes. This door doesn't stay on. It pulls straight up out of its hinges right here. You go to the back smaller bunk end, and up under this bunk end is a thing that matches the doors up there. And what you do is you line those up and slide them in. Just like that, and there the door hangs. And my bungee cord that holds it up is broke now. It wasn't broke till I took it in. I'll work on that in a minute. But you would bring that down and put it around this hitch right here, and that would hold it up. Gotta fix that. But that's the storage spot. You gotta remember to take that off before you go to sliding the bunk end in. But it's not gonna go in with it there anyway, so you'll know. Alright. It's time to go. Let's secure the edge of the slide out there. See how it's not down yet? Alright. It's kind of self-explanatory. There's one snap over here on each edge. It kind of pulls things down. You snap it, and then you just line up your Velcro right here on your other strip, and you Velcro it down just like that. It's easier to do from the inside, and this part I'll walk outside and do. Again, snap your snap. Velcro it down. I'm gonna leave that one right there. I'll take it outside to do. Alright, on this back edge, this is the strip that I just did from the inside. It's got this, and it goes on top of that strip. Velcro it to the trailer and on top of that strip, and the strip does down, and that completes your seal. Same way on both sides. There's the one I did inside. Here's the outside one there. Alright. We through with canvas. Alright, setting stuff up inside. Here's the couch. It's got a hard back that you need to raise. It has a snap over there on the edge if you're gonna slide it out. This face will slide out where you can put both these down to make a bed with, but right now it's just a couch. Now we're gonna make this dinette up, and I can't even see how much it's actually showing of it. That looks pretty good. Just set it right there.
Okay.
Alright, to do the dinette, let's get the table up kind of out of the way for a minute. It just lifts out, but it's fucking heavy. Same thing, you got a bag here. Mary! Mary!
What?
Bring me that cushion off the river room. Put your bottom and your back. Lift up. Bottom, and there's another back we had in the house. This is our roll for a paper towel holder. We'll talk about it later. And then this table, heavy table, has got a strap here. You undo it. They clip open. Best Velcro I've ever seen right there. Set it down in there. You want to say hi to the camera?
No, not really.
Mary don't want to say hi to the camera. The dinette's set up now. Right there. Alright, the next big challenge is the door, which is suspended from the ceiling. So I'm going to set the camera outside. No, it needs to be inside to catch how this works, I think. There are snaps here and here that hang down from the ceiling that support the door when it's like this. Normally, like I said, in bad weather, you do this before you do all this other setting up, but you set the door down in these tracks right here. There's two clips on each side of the door that will close around the edge of the face there, and these two things right here will go through holes in the top of the door and hold it. Turn that little clip right here. You're gonna unsnap the door from the ceiling, and also I don't know if it's showing it, there's metal strings right here that support the door on this track. Metal string track, and they're going to slide down that, hit it to the door frame, lift it out of that hole, make sure it's kind of open for me there, because it's hot. It's December 21st and it's hot. Well, I didn't want to slide, but it did. It's stuck by something. Slide it all the way through. And set the bottom right in the frame of that door. Put your metals out of the way, and make sure you're not pinching your fabric here or the metal strings. And you can go ahead and do these if it works out. But don't Velcro yet. Come to the bottom, and you can open the door. I said you could if you want to open. And pull it in good to twist those tabs out on both sides. Just like that. And that's working good. Now, it's just a matter of Velcroing it down. What, Gus? What is it? Let's go do the outside. Shut up! Good thing there is the right way. Aimed better, that's aimed pretty good. Take this, stretch it over. All the way up. And that's it. You're put up now. Now it's a matter of just what you want to do. If you want to open the windows, it just all unzips. I was gonna put the awning out, but the wind's blowing really too hard, so, and it's just me. It's easy to put up by yourself. It's a little bit hard. It's easy to put out by yourself. It's a little bit hard to put up by yourself, but it's doable. Let's walk around one time and make sure if there's anything that I forgot to talk about or show. Your gas bottle under there, you need to turn it off before you start heading down the road. I'm sorry, turn it on before you can use it. A lot of times too, I'll have a second bottle if it's going to be somewhere that we're going to be using the heater and it takes a while to burn through that, but you know, I'll put another bottle up there because if I have to take that bottle out, I've got to put this up. So I ain't doing that, sliding that in, because then you got to do a bunch of inside stuff. So I'll take a second bottle and just set it next to that battery right there, and that way if it burns out, I got a full one right there to use and take that one to get filled. So, but it's off now, but you just reach up there and turn it on. All this is set up. This is my freshwater fill. What you would do is you would undo this and get the white water hose, attach it here, turn it on over there, and you're good to go. Make sure nothing's leaking anywhere. Don't have to worry about the outside shower. This is your sink drain. You're gonna undo this thing here, attach the little hose, and it can go in the black tank or drain on the ground, which we never stayed nowhere you're allowed to drain it on the ground. Hot water heater, right now it's bypassed. It's the winter time. Normally it won't be, so you don't have to worry about anything with it other than when you're leaving. I'll talk about that when you're going away. That's a cable hookup. We've never even tried it out yet. Ain't been nowhere with cable TV. But everything looks like it's put up good. This bothers me because that wasn't broke when I took it in the other day, so I might got a staple gun and can fix that myself. I don't know. Other than the awning though, there it is. That's how you set it up, and I hope it was explanatory enough. Thank you. I forgot to do one thing. This is the back of the trailer by the slide out. This is the refrigerator access. This is where you turn it on and off, and you open and shut the bottom one. Get a quarter or the back of a small key or something. It's easier. And you stick in these little grooves and twist that a quarter turn in either direction. Then the whole little frame will pop out and slide down, and there's your controls for your refrigerator. Now I'm fixing to have it on for a day or two, and I'm running off the 30 amp power right here. This is where you would turn it on with gas. I'm going to turn the 30 on because that's the big green button, is the 30 amp. Now if you were going to turn it on with the gas, you would turn it to high right here and hold it down and click that spark button, and it would light up in here. It always makes me a little unnerving because unless it's really dark, this is your little peephole to see if it lit, and unless it's good and dark, I can't really see it through that hole, and my eyes are bad anyway, so I try not to light that at night. Now we've run it going down the road before on gas, and that works fine. But this one here, the little red one, is your 12 volt, which runs off the trailer battery itself, but you run it when you're hooked up going down the road, so it's actually charging off your vehicle battery. So we'll get it cold the night before on either 30 amp or gas. Right before we leave, we turn this off, turn that one on, and hit the road, and then we got a cold refrigerator when we get there. They do warn you, don't have more than one on at a time. It says so right there, so be careful about that. But we got the gas off, the 12 volt off, and we're running off the 30 amp green one right now. Your control up here on how cold it is or warm it is right here. There's the little arrows on the right side, so that's on the 7 setting. I usually keep it on 6. So that's the only other setup part. And of course it will be that way when you leave. You have to remember to turn this off. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it.